Welcome, my dear learners, to the Rapid Roundup session on strategic management. In this session, we will delve deep into the realm of strategic management, exploring its principles, theories, and practical applications, which shape the success of any organization in today's dynamic business landscape. If you are new to this channel, I am Anu, your guide and facilitator for this course. I run a small but growing YouTube channel that is named Anu's Classroom. It is aimed at providing IGNOU students like you overcome the limitations of distance learning by providing quality content that will not only help you pass your examinations with good grades, but also understand the concepts well so that you become better managers. So, what exactly is strategic management, you may ask? At its core, strategic management is the art and science of formulating, implementing, evaluating organizational strategies to achieve long term goals and objectives. We also have strategies, right? What is your strategy right now to pass your term and examinations? Maybe try to find out one video wherein everything is summarized so that you guys get some kind of an idea about it, right? Go through a few question papers, some important questions which have been frequently asked, and try to figure out the answers and hope that that is going to appear in your term and examination also. Like that, you have strategies, right? You have strategies for your goals or your objectives. Organizations also have. So the formulating such strategies, implementing them, evaluating them, that is what strategic management is also all about. It involves analyzing internal and external environments, setting strategic direction for the organization, making tough decisions, and adapting to challenges and changes in this competitive landscape that all businesses operate in. Throughout this course, we will explore the fundamental concepts of strategic management, including environmental analysis, strategy formulation, strategy implementation, and strategic evaluation. We will uncover the intricacies of crafting competitive strategies, understand industry dynamics, and navigate the complexities of global markets. Moreover, we will also delve into the role of leadership, ethics, and corporate governance in driving organizational success. We will examine real world case studies, engage in lively discussions, and participate in hands on activities to deepen our understanding and hone our strategic thinking abilities. And by the end of this course, I am sure you will emerge as strategic thinkers who are equipped with the tools and insights to tackle the complex business challenges, seize the opportunities, and lead your organizations towards sustainable growth and prosperity. To give you an overview of what we will be covering in this session, I would like to bring your attention to the contents of MMPC 12 as per the new MBA syllabus of IGNOU. This MMPC 12 course has been divided into 4 blocks and has a total of 13 units. So 13 units in all, which is divided into 4 blocks. The first block has 3 units. It is meant to introduce the concept of strategic management to you. Here we will be discussing about the concept of strategy, what is the framework, strategic framework, and strategy in the global context. Second block talks about the importance of environmental analysis in strategic management. It also has 3 units which is dedicated to discussing the external environment analysis, competitive analysis, and internal environmental analysis, which is all very crucial when it comes to strategy formulation. The third block takes us further into the realm of strategy management by helping us understand the formulation of strategy at 3 different levels: at the business level, the competitive strategy, and corporate level. The fourth and the final block of this course will help us understand the processes that are involved in the implementation and control of strategy. So here we will be looking at the behavioral dimensions of strategy implementation, corporate governance, and control and evaluation. Before we plunge into the discussions, I request you to check if you have subscribed to the channel and enabled notifications. By subscribing to the channel and enabling the notifications, you can make sure that you will never miss an update from Anu's Classroom. And that way you can make the best use of all the efforts I put into helping you earn your postgraduate degree from IGNOU. You are free to post your feedback, your suggestions, and any kind of doubts that you may have in the comment section. I will try my best to resolve your queries to the best of my ability. But while you post anything, I request you to keep those comments professional, like you would in your future managerial role, right? Strategy, simply put, is like the North Star. You have heard of the Northern Star? The star which the sailors used to navigate, right? Or before the age of GPS and these lights and everything, people used to navigate themselves using the northern star, right? So strategy is also, you can say, like a northern star that guides our businesses in its comprehensive plan by aligning the organizational goals with the ever changing environment in which it is operating. So, at its essence, strategy is not merely a word but a unified, comprehensive, and integrated plan. It is the roadmap which connects an organization's strategic advantage to the challenges that are presented by its environment. You can picture it as the master plan, the grand design, which encapsulates an organization's objectives and, you can say, breathes life into the mission of that particular organization. So it is like a magic wand that aligns internal as well as external factors which are unique to each organization. Right? Internal factors and external factors are internal factors definitely are unique to each organization. So the external factors may be almost the same. The combination of internal plus external will definitely be unique for each organization, and how we tackle that combination is what determines whether we will be successful or not. So now let us untangle this web between strategy, policy, and tactics. So what is policy? Policy is the rule book, the set of guidelines which directs decision making within an organization. And tactics on the other hand are the on the ground maneuvers, right? While you are playing, how you play, that is tactics. While you are on the ground, so take any game, for example, any game of your choice, right? Say, be it badminton, be it cricket, be it football, table tennis, whatever it is. Every game has rules, right? A set of rules by which you have to go. If you violate the rule, then it is a rule violation. You'll get the you'll get the red card or the yellow card, right? Depending upon how many violations you made. So that is policy. But while you're playing, while you're on the ground, you will use a lot of tactics. That is on the ground maneuvers to win, right? So that is tactics. Now, so policy is clear, I hope. Tactics is clear, I hope. What is strategy? Strategy is the conductor orchestrating this entire symphony. So the policy is there, you have tactics, and how you integrate, how you conduct, or what you can say, how you lead policy and tactics together to go in harmony and reach the goal. That is strategy. So it is the big picture. Strategy is the big picture, which is, you can think of it as a very carefully crafted plan which encompasses an organization's goals and objectives. Policy is just one of the instruments of strategy, but definitely policy also plays a very crucial role in the harmony. So policy is one of the instruments of strategy. Tactics is another instrument of strategy. So both policy plus tactics, how we can make it go together, that overall plan is your strategy. So in a game, there will be two players, so like two teams. Will both teams have the same strategy? No. Each team's winning strategy will be unique to them, right? Sometimes they will win, sometimes their strategy will work out, sometimes maybe their strategy will backfire, we do not know, but each team will have a unique strategy. Like that, in organizations also, strategy is not a one size fits all. Each organization will have their own strategy on how we can achieve our goals and objectives. So, and also strategy operates on multiple levels. At the apex, at the top, we have the corporate level strategy, which is set by the top management. And the decisions or the strategy implemented by the top management will influence the strategies across the entire organization. Everything and anything that the organization do will be influenced by that corporate level strategy. So there is the corporate level strategy at the top. Then under it comes the business level strategy. Here individual business units will make decisions to steer those specific domains to meet the corporate level strategy. Okay, then again under the business level strategy we have a third level of strategy which is called as the functional level strategy. And this is where individual departments, so we have the corporate level strategy, inside that we have business level strategy, inside the business level strategy we have functional level strategy, where individual departments within a business unit will chart their course. Okay, so we have three different levels of strategy, one within the other. So the most fundamental level of strategy is the functional strategy. Above it is the business strategy, above it is the corporate strategy. So how the strategy is formulated? First we formulate the corporate strategy. How can we meet the corporate strategy is what the business strategy talks about, and how to achieve the business strategy is what the functional level strategy thinks about. Okay, so a lot of discussions about strategy right now and even further in the session. So why does the strategy matter to any organization, right? Is it some fancy buzzword? No. So it is not just a set of buzzwords, strategy. It is the compass that guides an organization through uncharted waters. What is this uncharted water? The environment, okay, in which it is operating, the business environment. It aligns the resources and capabilities of the organization with its goals and objectives and provides a sense of direction and focus. Strategy is like the guardian which helps anticipate and respond to the business environmental changes, which is a very key thing for an organization's sustained success. Strategic management is akin to navigating a ship through turbulent waters, right? Uncharted turbulent waters, that is the business environment. It requires careful planning, decisive action, and constant course correction. Can you just, even on a road, can you just leave the steering wheel and sit simply hands tight? No, right? Even if it is a straight road, you will always have to keep your hands on your steering wheel, making minor corrections so that the car actually runs on a straight line. We cannot just leave the steering wheel and sit. Similarly, strategy, so that person holding the steering wheel, that is strategy. Okay, at its core, this process of strategic management involves a series of interconnected steps which are aimed at steering this organization towards its desired destination of success. At the first step, strategic analysis is there. It serves as the foundation upon which all subsequent decisions are built. Here, the internal and external environment of the organization is meticulously examined to identify its strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This introspection sheds light on the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead, providing valuable insights for strategy development. Next comes strategy formulation, where the insights that we get from strategic analysis. Okay, the first step was strategic analysis. So, in strategy formulation, whatever insights we got from our strategic analysis will get translated into a concrete plan of action. And this plan will outline how organizations will leverage its strengths, mitigate the weaknesses, seize the opportunities, and navigate the threats to achieve its goals and objectives. So it is similar to charting a roadmap towards success, considering the resources, capabilities, and competitive landscape of an organization. Now we have a strategy in hand, right? When we formulated the strategy, we now have a strategy in hand. So now what? Now the focus will shift to implementation of the strategy. So first we identified this, first we analyzed, then we formulated. Now after analysis, after formulation, now we have to implement. There is no point in creating a strategy and putting it in a file and locking it away, right? We have to implement it in order to get results. So now we will, the third stage of strategic management is strategy implementation. So this is the stage where plans are put into motion. Effective communication, coordination, leadership, all these things become paramount here, so that everyone within the organization is aligned and committed to executing this strategy that we formulated in step 2. So this is the phase where actions speak louder than words and where rubber meets the road in terms of driving, right? That actually the wheels started turning. That is the implementation phase. Does the journey end with implementation? We have just started driving. No. So the journey is, driving is not the destination, right? Reaching somewhere, that is destination. So we have just started. So strategy evaluation, as we drive, what we have to do, as we are implementing, what we have to do, we have to evaluate our strategy and control it so that the target is met. So evaluation and control are the last final stages of strategic management. So the progress is monitored and adjustments are made as necessary. So this ongoing assessment ensures that the organization always stays on course towards its objectives, identifying deviations early and taking corrective measures to realign efforts with strategic goals. Now let us shift our focus to the bedrock of strategic management, that is vision, mission, objectives. It is very important that you know what a mission is, what a vision is, how vision and mission are different from each other, and what the objectives are, right? So vision, we said, right, strategy is like the North Star. So in that strategy, the vision is what guides the organization towards its desired future state. So what is the vision of your organization? Where do you want, what are you trying to achieve with your organization? Like, In what direction? What is your vision, right? It is like the North Star, which guides our organization towards its desired future state. It paints a vivid picture of what success looks like for your organization, inspiring and motivating employees to rally behind a common cause. Then comes mission. What is mission? Most of the time, what happens is that we get confused between vision and mission. Mission serves as the organization's, what you can say, raison d'etre. A new word, right? I'll tell you what that means. Raison d'etre is the purpose or the reason of why we exist, right? Vision is what we want to see ourselves as, whereas mission is the purpose, why, or the reason, the driving force behind the existence of the organization. So it articulates the core values, principles which underpin the actions of an organization. That mission is what provides a moral compass for decision making. Then we have objectives. Okay, objectives serves as the milestones along the journey, providing clarity and direction to the organization's efforts. So these goals are specific, they are measurable and time bound, and offers a roadmap for progress and success. So in essence, the process of strategic management coupled with a very clear vision, mission and objectives is what forms the backbone of an organization's success. It is a very dynamic journey, one which requires foresight, adaptability, and unwavering commitment. Okay, so that is how, by setting up a strategy, by having a vision, having a mission, and objectives clear, not just having them, but having them very clear, is what can drive our organizations to success. So, navigating the global business landscape actually requires a very sophisticated understanding of the external factors which shape operations across our borders, right? So, this indicate web, which is known as global business environment, encompasses a diverse array of economic, political, social, technological, legal, and environmental dimensions. So, such a comprehension is indispensable for organizations that aim to cultivate success in such global, multifaceted markets. At the heart of this understanding lies the meticulous process of environmental analysis. Environmental analysis is nothing but a systematic endeavor that is aimed at discerning the opportunities and threats that are inherent in the global marketplace. Without knowing what to expect, can you go anywhere with properly and come back, right? No. So we always, before going out, we check whether it is going to rain today, then we must carry an umbrella, otherwise we are going to come back in soaking wet, right? So that is environmental analysis in short. Environmental analysis is, but when it comes to a business, it is not just the weather, but it is a lot many things. So we have to have a very systematic process of analyzing our environment so that we can understand what our opportunities are and what our threats are. So it is in domestic market also it is true, in global market it is more true, right? So this methodological approach involves identifying all the pertinent factors, gathering and scrutinizing relevant data, and distilling insights that are crucial for informed decision making. Environmental analysis serves as the cornerstone upon which strategic initiatives are formulated, empowering organizations to adapt proactively to shifting global dynamics. So, an essential tool in this environmental analysis is the PESTEL framework. What is PESTEL framework? PESTEL is an acronym encapsulating P stands for political, PESTEL, P political, E economic, S social, T technological, L legal, and E, the last E is environmental. Okay, so political, economic, social, technological, legal, environmental. Always keep this in mind. Okay, PESTEL. So PESTEL analysis or PESTEL framework is a very important, very useful tool in analyzing our environment. So though the comprehensive exploration of all these factors of PESTEL, through doing this, organizations can gain a very nuanced, that is very detailed insight into the external forces that are shaping their operational landscape. And with this informed perspective, we can make strategic foresights which will facilitate agile responses to emerging challenges and opportunities. However, the expansion of operations into foreign markets always necessitates a very careful consideration of our strategic alternatives. Do we always have only plan A in our lives? No, we have plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, Z, maybe even A1, A2, A3, like that, right? Anytime something goes wrong, we will always have a plan B. We always say have a plan B. Similarly, for organizations also, it is not just one strategy. right? They will also have multiple strategies. So we have to always analyze not just our primary strategy but also our alternate strategies. So in domestic market we have to do that. In global markets we have to do more. So from the straightforward approach of exporting things and getting into the global markets, from there to the intricacies of establishing wholly owned subsidiaries or operating in multiple regions, setting up offices everywhere, each option of strategy presents its own advantages and drawbacks. So whether through licensing agreements or franchising models or joint ventures or subsidiary establishments, organizations have to conduct thorough assessment, factoring in market intricacies, regulatory frameworks, resource allocation consideration, everything while they formulate their strategies as well as alternate strategies. So, in essence, success in the global arena demands a multifaceted approach, one which integrates a profound understanding of the global business environment, rigorous environmental analysis, I cannot stress this enough, and strategic utilization of frameworks like pestle analysis. Moreover, it mandates an astute decision making regarding the myriad of strategic alternatives that are available to us, ensuring alignment with organizational objectives and the pursuit of sustainable growth. So, environmental analysis we saw last time in just right now that it is a very important thing for organizations' success. Why? Because it facilitates the identification of markets as well as evaluation of resources. So, through a comprehensive understanding of our general environment, organizations can craft strategies which are responsive to external dynamics, fostering agility and resilience in a rapidly evolving landscape. This is also referred to as environmental scanning or industry analysis. Nothing but the process of environmental analysis processes enables organizations to navigate the complexities of our external environment and capitalize on our opportunities while mitigating threats. The general environment encompasses a broad spectrum of dimensions, including political, economic, sociocultural, technological, legal, and environmental factors. PESTLE. These facets provide a holistic perspective on the unfolding dynamics within the external milieu. From government policies and economic indicators to cultural norms and technological advancements, each dimension exerts its influence on organizational performance. This symbiotic relationship between our general environment and the strategy of our organization is undeniable. It is definitely going to be there. Our strategies are going to be affected by our environment. Environment may or may not be affected by our strategy, but definitely strategy will be. Understanding the external landscape will serve as a prerequisite for effective strategy formulation. By analyzing the environment, organizations can craft a very clear mission. Very important, right? We saw last few minutes back how important a clear mission, vision, and objectives are. So, analyzing our environment can help craft a clear mission, devise strategies to achieve long term objectives, and develop policies to address short term goals. So, this alignment between environment and strategy ensures that organizational efforts remain attuned to prevailing external realities, enhancing our competitiveness along with our resistance to such drastic changes. A very important model which offers a theoretical framework for assessing strategic positioning is the Industrial Organization Model, IO model, Industrial Organizational Model. This model underscores the significant impact of the external environment on the organizational performance. It advocates for a thorough analysis of the environment to identify both the opportunities and the threats, emphasizing the alignment of internal resources and capabilities with external realities to attain a competitive advantage. Within the realm of environmental analysis, the PESTLE framework we saw earlier also, the PESTLE framework, it is emerges as a valuable tool. So by now you must have realized you must learn what PESTLE framework is, how it is done, what are the various factors, very important. Okay. So categorizing the environmental influences into political, economic, socio-cultural, technological, legal, and environmental domains, this framework, the PESTLE framework, provides a structured approach to understanding external forces. And by evaluating these factors, organizations can anticipate shifts in consumer demand, identify major industry trends, and inform strategic decision making. Competitive analysis stands as a cornerstone within the realm of strategic planning for any organization. It is the process of meticulously examining the strategies of competitors, gauging their potential impacts, and crafting responses to navigate the competitive landscapes effectively. Unlike traditional analysis, which is confined to individual business units, competitive analysis extends its purview to encompass strategic groups, recognizing their pivotal role in shaping market dynamics. At the heart of this competitive analysis lies the competitive forces. Those are the multifaceted factors which sculpt the competitive environment. Among the various tools that are available for us to do this competitive analysis, Porter's five forces framework is very important. It is one of the most important, most valuable tool with us. Why? Because this Porter's five forces framework offers a very much structured approach to dissecting the forces that affect the competitive environment. It talks about, or it helps us identify the interplay between the various elements like industry rivalry, threat of new entrants, bargaining power of suppliers and buyers, as well as the threat of substitute products or services, unveiling insights which are crucial for strategic decision making. Porter's framework is not just a theoretical construct, it is a very pragmatic guide which illuminates how these competitive forces shape the strategies and influence performance of companies. By peering through this analytical lens, organizations can get invaluable insights into their competitive landscape, paving the path towards informed strategic choices that are aligned with their market's realities. Okay, so that is the important thing here. Why we are trying to do Porter's five forces framework analysis and all is because we need to understand whether our strategic choices are aligned with our market realities. What is the reality? The market reality for us as a firm may not be the same for my competitor. So we should know whether our strategy is good for our realities. Strategic groups emerge as pivotal entities within this particular landscape. Each strategic group is characterized by distinct attributes which define their competitive dynamics. Identifying and comprehending these groups, along with their respective strengths and weaknesses, empowers organizations to chart strategies that are in tune with their unique position within the market. In today's digital age, social media competitive analysis becomes more significant than anything else. Why? Because it entails a thorough examination of the competitor's social media strategies. If your competitor is doing something on social media, do you think you can sit still without doing the same thing or even better? No, right? So this social media competitive analysis is trying to identify and trying to figure out what your competitive social media strategy is. So that will be that has a range of things from identifying the key players to conducting SWOT analysis. What is SWOT analysis? Strength, weakness, opportunity, threat analysis, SWOT, and maintaining up-to-date intelligence. This proactive approach enables organizations to pinpoint any kind of social threats, if there are any, capitalize on the emerging opportunities, and fortify their own social media strategies for maximum impact. Moreover, the competitive profile matrix, that is CPM, competitive profile matrix, serves as a strategic compass enabling organizations to benchmark themselves against their competitors. By spotlighting strengths and weaknesses relative to rivals, the competitive profile matrix CPM guides strategic decision making, steering organizations towards competitive advantage. Internal analysis is like the strategic compass guiding you towards the untapped opportunities and helping you steer clear of the lurking threats by things that you have with you. It helps to evaluate the inherent strengths and weaknesses of our organization. By scrutinizing an organization's resources, capabilities, and competencies, managers will gain or can gain valuable insights into the layers or the levers they can pull to seize opportunities and mitigate the threats effectively. Central to this internal analysis is the concept of core competence, which is a cornerstone of competitive advantage. These are the unique capabilities and resources that set an organization apart from its competitors, proving difficult to replicate. Guided by criteria such as value, rarity, imitability, not imitability, inimitability, and non substitutability. Organizations can pinpoint their core competencies and align them with their vision, and forge a sustainable competitive edge. Organizations boast a diverse array of resources, ranging from tangible assets like physical and financial resources to intangible assets like brand reputation and intellectual property. Each plays a strategic role in enabling organizations to achieve their objectives and outmaneuver competitors in the marketplace. Now we have to know about the value chain framework. The value chain framework is also a very powerful tool which dissects an organization's activities and identifies areas that are ripe for value addition. It comprises of both primary activities which are involved in product creation and delivery, as well as support activities which underpin the operational efficiency. The value chain framework enables organizations to streamline their processes, drive down their costs, and enhance customer value. Then, the most important, we cannot wind up discussions on this particular topic without SWOT. What is SWOT? Pestle was for external, right? Internally, we have SWOT. S is for strength, W is for weakness, opportunity, O is for opportunity, P is for threats. Here, strength and weakness is internal, opportunities and threats come from outside. So, by evaluating an organization's internal strengths and weaknesses alongside the external opportunities and threats, managers can gain a comprehensive understanding of the factors that shape the performance of an organization. And when we have this kind of an insight, what can we do? We can craft strategies which will leverage our strengths, address our weaknesses, capitalize on the opportunities that we are getting, and mitigate the threats effectively. So, in summary, internal analysis serves as a bedrock upon which effective strategies are built, offering organizations a roadmap to leverage their unique resources and capabilities for competitive advantage. So, core competencies, diverse resource types, and the value chain framework and SWOT analysis will collectively empower organizations to navigate the complex terrain of strategy formulation with more clarity and more purpose. The business level strategy is all about exploring a fundamental concept of business strategy at the operational level. So earlier we saw that strategy is there at three levels. What were those three levels? Corporate level, business level, and functional level. So here we are talking about the business level strategy. Business level strategy is, as I said, all about exploring the fundamental aspects of business strategy at the operational level. That is basically the cost. So it is a silent force which shapes the growth, drives profitability, and separates successful businesses from unsuccessful ones, right? It is the cost. In the following few minutes, we will be talking about cost leadership, cost differentiation, and we will also on cost focus, which will help businesses stay ahead in the game. So first up, let's talk about cost leadership. It is like being the thriftiest shopper in town. Right? Companies aim to make the top-notch products while keeping the least cost possible. That is how they get the profit margin. That is how they increase the profit margin, right? So this is not just about saving money, but it is also about standing strong against competitors and offering customers great value. Next, we have cost differentiation. You can think of it as being the standout star in a crowded room. Companies not just cost differentiation but also product differentiation. So in short, you can say differentiation. So first was the cost reduction, right? Or cost leadership. Next is the differentiation. So it is like how can we be different from our competitors? How can we be unique? And this happens by offering products or services that really stand out, right? Of all the smartphone markets, Apple is a standout product, right? So it is not just about being different, as I said, it is also about being better and building lasting connections with our customers. Then comes the focus. Imagine honing in on a specific group of people and giving them exactly what they want, right? So that is focus. Like for example, over here, Anu's classroom, I focus through Anu's classroom on IGNO MBA students. That is my focus. So I tailor make my offerings, that is the videos or whatever I try to give you, is tailor made for you, IGNO MBA students especially. right? So that is focus. It is about serving a niche market with precision and care rather than trying to please everyone. But here is the beauty of it all. These strategies are not standalone. Okay, they work best when they are combined. By blending elements of cost leadership via differentiation and focus, companies can create a powerful advantage, which then sets them apart from the rest. So, in essence, business level strategy is all about finding the sweet spot between efficiency, uniqueness, and precision. So, it is all about making smart choices which propel companies towards success in a competitive world. Now let us talk about competitive strategy. Competitive strategy formulation is again another cornerstone of success in the dynamic landscape of businesses. It is about charting a course that is towards gaining and maintaining a competitive edge, right? Which is what can lead or guide our organization towards long term prosperity. So, at its core, competitive strategy formulation revolves around crafting a plan of action that is aimed at securing a coveted position in the market, a special place in the market. That is what competitive strategy formulation is all about. So this can take shape through various approaches, like maybe it is the cost leadership, or maybe it is through differentiation, or maybe it is focus strategies, or maybe it is a very clever blend of all these tactics together. So the ultimate goal of a competitive strategy is very clear. It is to carve out a unique identity and stand out amidst the competition. Is there any company which runs without competition? No, right? So we have to stand out amongst that competition. But before diving headfirst into the strategy, it is very crucial that we size up the competition. And by sizing up the competition means we have to understand the competition properly, right? So, how do we do that? Through competitor analysis. How and what is competitive analysis, or how do we do this competitor analysis? Via a meticulous examination of our rivals' strengths and weaknesses, their goals, their strategies, and capabilities. Right? That is how we do it in a game, also, right? Okay, there is this particular player. If he is there in the game beyond half time, then chances of losing is more. So we should all focus on getting him out. That is one strategy. So what is happening here? We are doing a competitor analysis like that, and businesses are also having to do this. So, by peeling back the layers of competitive landscape, organizations can gain insights that inform their strategic choices and shape their competitive moves. Competitive moves, huh? The chess piece in the game of business, competitive moves. These are the actions taken by organizations to either defend against or seize opportunities amidst competitive pressure. So it is, you can think of it as like playing a game. Maybe it is football, maybe it is volleyball, whichever game, whatever you choose. Maybe it is chess, right? So it is like the competitive moves are like, okay, they did that, so we are doing this against them. Then let's see what they will do. Then we will respond. So that is the moves you make, like in a game of chess, to seize the opportunities, defend against the opposition's attack, all those things. So those are competitive moves. Whether it may be an offensive move, that is to gain, encroach, or it might be defensive, right? These moves are strategic maneuvers which are aimed at navigating the ebbs and flows of the industry landscape. Now let us explore the dimension of competitive strategy. It is again another multifaceted framework which defines an organization's approach to competition. From specialization and growth to innovation or customer orientation or resource allocation, these dimensions of competitive strategy serve as the guiding principles distinguishing one organization's strategy from another's. And as we traverse different industries, we find that each terrain, each organization's conditions demands its own set of strategies. In fragmented industries where market share is dispersed, niche or harvest strategies may reign supreme, whereas in emerging industries, leadership or niche strategies will pave the way for market dominance. In declining industries, quick disinvestment strategies will offer a graceful exit strategy. In essence, competitive strategy formulation is a delicate dance with like a symphony of analysis, action, and adaptation. And by understanding the intricacies of the competitive landscape, embracing the strategic dimensions, and tailoring our approaches to the industry dynamics, our organizations can definitely go towards sustainable success in this ever evolving world of business. So again, let me remind you, we have three levels of strategy. We had the corporate strategy, under which we have the business strategy, under which we have the functional strategy. We discussed business level strategy. Now let us discuss about the corporate level strategy. Corporate strategy is the compass, the topmost strategy, right? It is the compass which guides an organization towards its long-term goals and aspirations. All the other strategies are made as a result of or in an attempt to align the organization and its operations towards this corporate level strategy. It is the master plan, a carefully crafted roadmap which navigates the complexities of multi-business environments, ensuring that the organization's prosperity and shareholders' value is maintained and even enhanced. So, at its core, corporate strategy encompasses a range of approaches that are aimed at steering the organization towards success. Let us explore the four generic corporate strategies which form the backbone of strategic decision making now. First up, we have stability strategy, that is a steady course of action that is aimed at maintaining the status quo. Here, the focus of stability strategy is on preserving the current operations and avoiding major disruptions. Stable. Let's keep it stable. That is what our aim is. We are not aiming for accelerated growth. We are just trying to make sure that there are no major disruptions and we can go smoothly as we are going now. That is all the aim is. Stability strategy is like anchoring in calm waters, which is ideal for organizations that are operating in stable environments with a strong competitive position. Second type of corporate level strategy is the growth and expansion strategy. So here this strategy is like an engine that is driving our organization's evolutions. We are pushing it forward. This approach involves scaling up operations. Maybe it is through mergers or acquisitions or diversifications or international expansion, whatever it is, we are trying to blow our organization up. Blow up in the sense, not in a bad sense, but rather make it big, make it seen. Right? It is about seizing our opportunities, expanding our market presence, and fueling growth in dynamic markets. That is also possible when the sea is smooth, right? So we have the stability strategy, and now we saw about the growth and expansion strategy. Both of this is possible when the waters are favorable. What if it is not, right? What if the tide or what if the current is against us? Then what? What if everything that around us is going against our way? Then what kind of a strategy do we implement? Very important to know, right? So when things get rough, when the waters get rough, that is where the retrenchment and disinvestment strategy come into play. This strategy involves streamlining operations by shedding off unprofitable businesses. We are letting go of the dead weight, which is what you can say, making us drown. We are just letting them go. Okay, so that is why it is called disinvestment strategy or retrenchment strategy. So we are letting go of, we are selling off unprofitable businesses, or rather we can say we are downsizing. So it is all about why we do it is because we want to cut our losses and refocus our efforts into what works and ensure a long-term sustainability. Let's not forget the versatility of a combination strategy always, right? One strategy may not fit all. So we have multiple strategies. Even individually, those strategies may not work. So we always can come up with combined strategies, right? So you should always keep that in mind. The versatility of a combination strategy it's like you can say it is unparalleled. Okay, so a strategy cocktail, you can say, with blends of elements of stability, growth, and retrenchment is always the best to achieve organizational objectives. So you want more stability, a medium growth, less retrenchment, or maybe less stability, more growth. Whatever way you want to make your cocktail, you can make it for your particular organization. So it is all about finding the right mix of strategies to navigate the diverse market conditions and capitalize on the opportunities while we mitigate our risks. So within the realm of growth strategies lies the realm of diversification. It is an avenue for expanding into new markets or industries. From concentric diversification, where organizations venture into related markets. Okay, concentric diversification. So diversification you can say of two types mainly, three types: concentric, conglomerate, and horizontal. So in that concentric diversification is where organizations venture into related markets. Conglomerate diversification is when organizations explore unrelated territories. Horizontal diversification is while we expand into similar industries. And so again, this also the possibilities are very vast. In times of adversity, we might need to use a turnaround strategy. Okay, it is a kind of retrenchment and disinvestment strategy. A turnaround strategy we might have to use. So, this turnaround strategy in times of adversity, it emerges as a beacon of hope, a path towards reversing the performance decline and restoring our profitability. So, it is all about this turnaround strategy is all about diagnosing the root causes and devising a plan of action and executing it with precision to set the organization back on track. So, in essence, corporate strategy is like the linchpin of organizational success, a strategic blueprint which charts the course that is for the organization towards sustainable growth and value creation. By selecting the right strategy and executing it with finesse, organizations can navigate the complexities of the business landscape and victorious. Emerge as victors is to emerge victoriously. Okay, I hope that is a new way of usage in English. Like I get a lot of comments, ma'am, please do it in regional languages. The reason why I don't do it in regional languages is when you are working in an organization, especially, chances are slim that you will only have to talk in your regional language. So you need to have the grasp on English, and like it has to be there. Anyways, coming back, strategic change, right? Strategic change is the catalyst for organizations' evolution. Change is always helpful, right? Change is constant, and change is what helps us evolve. So, again, strategic change is the catalyst for organizations' evolution. It is a deliberate process of reshaping strategy, structure, processes, and culture to align with the ever evolving landscape of businesses. So, it is all about recognizing the need for change, crafting a roadmap for transformation, and executing with precision to propel the organization towards its goals. And in this journey of transformation, leadership emerges as the guiding light, the compass which steers the organization towards its destination. Leaders are the architects of vision, the orchestrators of resources, and the champions of motivation, driving teams towards shared objectives with unwavering resolve. So, at its essence, leadership is about influence and inspiration, a force which transcends the hierarchical boundaries and permeates every level of the organization. From setting the course to empowering individuals, leaders wield their influence to foster alignment, ignite passion, and propel progress. The multifaceted role of leaders encompasses a various range of functions, from charting a clear vision and allocating resources to navigating the change and fostering a cohesive organizational culture. So it is all about making tough decisions. A leader has to always make tough decisions, and they should be comfortable making tough decisions, the right ones too, fostering innovations and nurturing a sense of belonging among the employees. Yet, leadership is not a one size fits all endeavor. It comes in many forms. From autocratic leaders who wield authority with firmness to democratic leaders who solicit input and collaboration to laissez-faire leaders, leaders who leave you to you yourself, like laissez-faire leaders who empower autonomy. The spectrum of leadership styles reflect the diverse tapestry of organizational dynamics. So, in the realm of transformation, transformational leadership emerges as a beacon of inspiration, a catalyst for unleashing the full potential of individuals and teams. Transformational leaders, because transformational leadership is all about fostering a culture of growth, a culture of innovation and collaboration, where every member is empowered to contribute their best towards a common vision. But amidst the pursuit of this strategic change, one must not overlook the bedrock of ethics and values, right? We should not, while we are trying to get our goals and achieve our visions, our objectives, whatever it is, we should not overlook ethics and our values. Ethics serves as the moral compass which guides our decision making, whereas values are the bedrock or the base, the foundation of our organization's identity. A culture of integrity and accountability, which is fostered by values that are based on leadership, builds trust, attracts talents, and fortifies the organization's reputation in the eyes of stakeholders. Now, let us talk about corporate governance. Corporate governance is the backbone of a responsible business conduct. a framework of rules, of practices and processes which guide the direction and control of a company. It is about striking a delicate balance among the interests of various stakeholders, from shareholders to customers, suppliers, and the wider community. So, now let us delve into the evolution, pillars, drivers, and models of corporate governance to unravel its complexity and significance. So, where is the evolution? So, first let us talk about the evolution of corporate governance. Corporate governance traces its roots back to ancient Rome, where joint stock companies first emerged to safeguard societal interests. Over centuries, the concept of corporate governance it evolved with the formalization gaining momentum in the 20th century. Countries like the UK, USA, Canada, they all led the change or the charge, laying down the frameworks to regulate corporate conduct. When it comes to India, in India context, government bodies and regulators stepped in to formalize the governance codes, ensuring transparency and accountability. Now let us look at what are the key pillars of corporate governance. The foundation of corporate governance rests on five crucial pillars. And these five pillars are crucial for any organization's success. What are these pillars? Accountability, that is ownership of both success and failure, cascading from the top management to the board. Fairness, second key pillar, fairness, ensuring equitable treatment of all the stakeholders with equal access to information and opportunities. That is the second key pillar of corporate governance. Third one is transparency. That is operating openly and honestly, providing stakeholders with timely and accurate information. Third pillar of corporate governance, transparency. Fourth pillar, we have five pillars. Fourth pillar, integrity, upholding ethical standards and values, aligning actions with the principles of the organizations. What is integrity? Upholding of the ethical standards as well as values and aligning the actions of the organizations with the principles of the organization. So actions and principles should be in tune with each other. So that is integrity. The fifth pillar, social responsibility, acting responsibly towards society, towards the environment and contributing to collective well-being. So these are the five pillars. So we saw the evolution of corporate governance. We saw what are the key pillars of corporate governance. Now let us talk about what are the drivers of corporate governance. Corporate governance is driven by various factors, including legal and regulatory requirements like laws and regulations which govern the corporate conduct, market forces like competition for capital or customers and talent, incentivizing good governance, societal expectations, that is stakeholder demands for responsible and ethical behavior. So these are the three major drivers of corporate governance: legal and regulatory requirements, market forces, societal expectations. These are the three major drivers of corporate governance. There are various models of corporate governance also. Let us look at them in very brief, because this is a rapid roundup session. I am not going in depth in detail into each of this. Let us look at it very briefly so that you are aware of what are the models. Okay, so there are various models of corporate governance existing worldwide. Each has its own structure and its own emphasis based on why the model was created, where it was created, what is the culture there and things like that. So first let us look at the Canadian model. The Canadian model of corporate governance is a two-tier board structure with supervisory and management boards. Then we have UK and American model, which is unitary board structure with just a single board of directors. Then there is the German model, which is again a two-tier board structure with a strong emphasis on employee representation here, unlike in Canadian model. German model emphasizes on the employee representation. Italian model, which is again a unitary board structure with shareholder rights at the forefront. We have a French model wherein it is a unitary board structure with focus on employee representation. Then we have Japanese model, which is also again a two-tier board structure with a long-term stakeholder relationship focus. Then last but not least, we also have our Indian model. Indian model is again another unitary board structure with an emphasis on shareholder rights as well as transparency. Now, if you are interested in learning more about these various models or any of the concepts that we are discussing here in Rapid Roundup, you are free to check out the playlist on MMPC 12. I have discussed all the units and all the concepts in detail over there. So you can take a look over there and figure out like which unit or which topic you need more attention on, and you can get more details over there. Okay. So in short, corporate governance is a cornerstone of ethical business conduct, harmonizing the interests of stakeholders for sustainable growth. The pillars of accountability, fairness, transparency, integrity, and societal responsibility or social responsibility uphold the integrity of organizations guided by legal requirements, market dynamics, and societal expectations. As companies navigate diverse models of governance, they pave the way for responsible and resilient business practices. The strategic control process serves as the vigilant guardian of organizational success, which is again a dynamic mechanism for monitoring strategy performance and steering towards desired outcomes. It operates in real time, offering a blend of qualitative and quantitative evaluation to ensure strategic efficiency. Qualitative evaluation poses a very pivotal question. What is that? What is the pivotal question? Will our strategy work? Right? That is the question. Will it work? That is the qualitative evaluation question there. This is preemptive assessment. This preemptive assessment scrutinizes the viability of the proposed changes before its implementation, fostering an informed decision making and risk mitigation. On the other hand, quantitative evaluation, qualitative is based on the what you can say the features, quantitative is based on data. So quantitative evaluation relies on data driven post facto analysis to gauge the actual impact of strategies. Post facto means after implementation, after the fact, okay, providing valuable insights to for future course corrections. Strategic control is again paramount for organizational stewardship, empowering top management to course correct and optimize strategy execution. For instance, underperforming business segments may prompt intensified promotional efforts, product policy revisions, or strategic withdrawals, aligning actions with overarching objectives. Integral to the strategic planning process, strategic control encompasses various methods, including operational controls, performance standards, and portfolio analysis. Operational controls entail vigilant oversight of daily activities to ensure alignment with strategic goals, while performance standards establish clear targets for organizational achievement. Portfolio analysis evaluates the performance of diverse business units or products, identifying key contributors to organizational success. The analytical phase of strategic control entails meticulous examination of organizational performance against predetermined standards. Financial analysis, customer feedback, employee input, and market research serve as critical lenses through which to assess strategy efficiency. Subsequent corrective actions may involve strategic realignment, resource allocation adjustments, or structural refinements to optimize goal attainment. In summation, the strategic control process is the linchpin of effective strategic management, a dynamic framework for monitoring the performance, driving informed decisions, and fostering organizational agility. Through meticulous evaluation and adaptive action, organizations navigate towards sustained success and strategic relevance in a dynamic business landscape. The very last process of strategic management was evaluation, right? So here we are, evaluation as well as control, right? So control we finished. The last step, we are at the last unit of MMPC 12 as well. We are talking about evaluation. Evaluation is the compass that guides our ship of strategic management by ensuring that there is alignment with our organization's goals and course corrections whenever needed. So evaluation is what helps to make sure that our strategy is aligned with our goals, and if at all needed, we get course corrections as and when it is required. So whether it is qualitative or quantitative, evaluation is the cornerstone of effective strategy execution, providing insights for informed decision making. Qualitative evaluation, as we said earlier, the fundamental question is, will it work? And this proactive assessment scrutinizes the feasibility of the proposed changes before its implementation, enabling the strategic foresight and risk mitigation. And conversely, quantitative evaluation relies on data that is happening or data that we obtain post the implementation of our strategy, and it will help to evaluate the effectiveness of our strategy and provide valuable insights for the future adjustments if required. Business portfolio analysis is again another very important strategic tool that we have to be aware of for evaluating the performance of diverse business units or products to identify the key contributors to organizational success. This analysis is crucial for multi-product companies, especially in ensuring optimal investment allocation across its subsidiaries or strategic business units based on factors like net cash flow, state of development, and risk. Qualitative measures are indispensable for holistic evaluation, encompassing customer satisfaction, employee morale, and brand reputation. These measures offer nuanced insights into the organizational performance, illuminating areas for improvement and enhancing stakeholder satisfaction. The balanced scorecard emerges as a comprehensive management system translating organizational vision and strategy into actionable goals across financial, customer, internal processes, and learning and growth dimensions. By aligning activities with strategic objectives, the balanced scorecard enables organizations to monitor progress and drive performance. Effective evaluation systems share common characteristics like clear objectives, that is, objectives that are aligned with the organizational strategy. Evaluation objectives provide a roadmap for the performance assessment. So, first characteristic of evaluation system is clear objectives. Second is relevant measures. That is, utilizing metrics pertinent to the organizational goals, ensuring alignment with strategic priorities. There has to be timely feedback. That is the third characteristics of effective evaluation system. Timely feedback. That is, prompt feedback, which enables proactive decision making and agile course corrections. Actionable insights. That is, evaluation outcomes should offer actionable insights, empowering organizations to drive performance improvement. Continuous improvement. Evaluation systems must evolve iteratively, adapting to changing organizational needs and market dynamics. So, in conclusion, evaluation is the linchpin of strategic management, driving organizational success through informed decision making and continuous improvement. Leveraging tools like business portfolio analysis, qualitative measures, balanced scorecard, organizations can navigate the complexity, optimize their performance, and achieve their strategic objectives. By embracing a culture of evaluation, organizations pave the path to sustained growth as well as competitive advantage. So with that, we have covered all the major aspects of strategic management as stipulated in the MMPC 12 of IGNOU MBA as per the new syllabus. This was a rapid roundup where we covered everything from Unit 1 to Unit 13 all in a very short span of time, as you can see. If you are interested in learning in depth through Anu's classroom for this particular course, then we have a detailed course already available on the channel. You can go there and search for the units which you find difficult or concepts which you find difficult, and you can proceed from there. Okay, so this was a rapid roundup. That is why we covered everything, we just went through rapid revision kind of a video this was. If you're interested in looking at a more detailed class, then that detailed MMPC 12 playlist will be your best approach. I hope this session of almost an hour or beyond, slightly beyond an hour, it was actually helpful for you, that you felt that this hour, this much time spent on Anu's classroom was worth it. If that has been the case, then that is the best recognition that I can get for my efforts, that it helped you. Thank you so much for tuning into Anu's classroom. I hope that you have subscribed to the channel and enabled the notifications so that you will never miss an update from Anu's classroom. And I hope to catch up with you in the next sessions as well. All the very best for your examinations. Thank you very much. Happy learning.